2, game on.
Welcome guys back to the garage. We have done part 1. This is part 2, and there will be in the description below, there will be a link to part 1 because no one sees the banners. I've had someone say the banners didn't fly out for me, Marvin. Anyway, we've done the car. We're going to do the engine. So I have taken some of the stuff off, and I've added stuff to the shopping list, and away we go. So anyway, as I say, this is Cameron's. He chose it, and he chose me a Mercedes actually, and we made a killing on the Mercedes. So I mean, I was just minding my own business, having a look what's what was on there, and I shared my screen with Helmac, and Cameron, his grandson, he's absolutely bonkers on cars, and he likes my out of ore. He loves it, and he picked the car, the Mercedes. He also picked this Roadster. Oh, hang on a minute. We need to add 2 of those, or do I need 1 of those? Let me add 1 for now. So, as I say, I was in the place where you buy cars. Let me assemble that. No, I need 2. Right, note to self, I need 2. So I was in there, and I was, I said, pick a car, Cameron, pick a car. And he picked a car. And I would never have picked a Mercedes. I would have probably picked, a Lamborghini or whatnots. But he said, that one, Marvin, I want that one. So anyway, I went in the auction, won the auction. I set myself a price, and I went into the auction, and I got it for basically under what I wanted to pay. So I was happy. So I went and chose what we're building now, or rebuilding to a high spec, and so the rest is history. Now I'm gonna do the valve guides. So these are the valves, and as the pistons go up and down, these valve guides come up and down, and they expel all of the exhaust or burnt fuel or whatever out of here, and it takes it away from the exhaust. So these valve guides open and close. Now looks like we're going to have to replace all of them as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 8, 16. So I need 16 of those. And I probably need 16 of those as well. So as I say, this is for Cameron, and it's actually the game actually holds on what you've spent for it, and then basically breaks down what performance parts you've put on the vehicle, and then tells you whether you've made a break even or whether you've made a profit. So at this moment in time, we have made a profit. Right, so I'm going to add that one. I'm going to add that one. Now I'm not too sure. I've added these rocker arms. I call them rocker valves. These are the valve guides, or they call them valve push rods. Well, they're a valve guide because they guide the valve from open and closing. So how this works is the valves open and close, and you've got a fuel pump which is down here, and you've got a water pump which is down here as well. So as the combustion engine goes with the pistons up and down, it pulls in the right mixture for the firing of the engine. Now if you don't get that right, that's where you'll get it backfiring and stuff like that. and that is all calibrated through the carburetor and through the timing and timing chain. So we did take all the sparky plugs out, didn't we? Yeah, right. I'm just quite surprised actually that they've not brought out a an up-to-date version of this game. I mean, this is 2021. They did 2015. I think they did it. They did 18, and I think they did 15, 18, 21. So I don't understand why they've not. I mean, they're making their money because all they're doing is bringing out DLCs, which game developers do anyway. That's you know, that's a given. They always do that. That's how they make their money. They sort of like hook you in with the cars and stuff, and then they go, oh, we brought out a DLC. But I don't know. I mean, I would have thought that they would have brought out at least a 2026. I mean, if you have a look, 2015, 3 years later, 2018, 3 years later, 2021. So, I mean, why they've not brought out another one, I don't know yet. So, this is why I was keeping my eye on a game called Wrench. Because Wrench were going to be bringing a game out, which it's... Now, there's only, I think, if memory serves, there's only a couple of members of the team, or a few members of the team. So, you know, these developers who haven't got an army of people behind them to pump out stuff, you know, they do it, and they... I mean, they might have other irons in the fire, you know. So, 2, 4, 6, 8. We probably might need some pistons. Let's pull that. I know we're gonna need. Oh, let me turn that back again. I know we're gonna need. Right. I'm probably gonna need a few. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 3, so I need 5. Yep, and I didn't have to take my shoes and socks off to do that calculation. Oh, whilst we've taken these pistons out, we have got a crank which is here, and now we can pull it. And on pulling that, the main crank, we can do that as well. So there you go, it's stripped down, guys. It's stripped. Let's repair everything. Not going to repair any of this. Not going to repair the fuel pump. I will repair those because I can sell them for basically to offset the high performance. Right. Now, I'm not going to repair that neither. I will repair that. I will repair that. We are going to go over and colorize the... we're going to colorize some parts. No, I'm not going to repair that. I'm going to repair that cover because that's needed. I'm going to repair that because we can sell that to offset. Don't need to repair any of those, but I will repair that. I'm only going to make chump currency anyway, or credits. I would like in the options, like you have with American truck and European truck, I'd like to be able to change those that currency up there to dollars, euros, or pound notes. Or pounds, or whatever currency you want to do it in. I mean, what do you guys think? Leave a comment in there and tell me what you think. I mean, say you know, give me a comment saying, you know, Marvin, you're out of your skull, or yes, I agree with you, or no, I don't, you know? So we're gonna do... Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Ah, son of a... Eh... Do you know what? I will repair those because I might get a... I might get somebody's job to do, whereas they might need a alternator or a water pump. Right, before we start the build, we're going to go and do a bit of shopping. So, pistons. We only need 5. We're going to need piston rings. Engine, valves, timing chain, ignition. Yeah, we need that. We need the coil. I'm just looking. So distributor, yes, we need the distributor. I'm just looking to see whether I can find out. Now the rocker arms, the engine heads we need 2 of. Now be careful on those because sometimes it might be A and B. So make sure and hover over it doesn't say A and B, whatever the coding is for it. Because I've done it in the past and I've basically bought something and I've ended up with, you know, ones that won't bloody fit, basically. We'll do that one as well. I didn't see the distributor cap. Oh, there it is. We need 2 of those. Where's the air filter? Oh, there's the air filter. We need 2 of those. We haven't got any of those. Oh, we could have gone and used the back arrow. Valves, camshaft. Yep, we need one of those. That was the small one that we took out from the main crank. We had the main crank down the bottom with the pistons attached to, and then we had that one at the top. Manifold, we're gonna need one of those. And I think the rest of the stuff is other stuff, right? Water pump. Did the water? No, we can't have the water pump. Right, let's go into the other area, and then let's see whether this other one. So, oil filter. Yes, we need 1 off. Rockers. Now, I don't know whether we can. No, we didn't do that, did we? No. We can't repair them. So we need 16 of the rockers. We need 16 of those. Valve push rods. I still call them valve guides. Need 16 of those. Timing chain, we need 1. We need 1 of those, although I might have already have them in stock. Exhaust. Oh, we need 2 exhausts. Water pump, I don't think we... Oh, we need that, yes. What about that other one? Oh, yeah, we need that belt. These are the belts, aren't they? Yep. Dum, bum, bum. No, I'm glad we did that. That one we do need. So that one we don't. Exhaust. So let's go back into there. We need 1 of those. And we need 2 of they. Right. Here, oh, I know what we forgot. What have we forgot? Rings. Rings on your fingers and bells on your toes. So we need those ones. So we need 8 of those. So add. I got 2 of them. Oh well. I could build 2 of these then. Right. Let's put the high performance one on, which is that one. Let's put that one on. We'll put the cog on. I did have a cog. Let's put all of this on. Now, I can't remember whether we needed a sump. I don't know whether it repaired the sump. I don't think it did, guys. Let me do that. And we will flip this over. Right, let's do these, because that will hold the main crank down. Now, when you're actually building this in real life, you would do this anyway. So that's all fixed and hunky-dory. Now, if you didn't do that to begin with, when you put the pistons in with a piston puller and pusher, yeah, this would all be slack as Alice. It would be slack Alice. So, and there's a different method in doing it. I normally, when I used to work on my engines, I used to work from the inside out. It's the same as the of doing the nuts on a car. You would do alternate corners. Now, if you had 5 studs, you would do alternate and then the ones in between. See what I mean? So therefore the wheel is going on evenly, because you don't want the wheel to be offset, because you will actually shred the actual the thread when it comes to putting the nut on, and you have to recut it with a tapper. No, not the one that you tap your foot, or the one that is a faucet. You Americans call taps faucets and stuff like that. It's a tap basically, and it taps the thread back onto the nut. Now, will I need any more of those? I know I am a vast knowledge of all stupid manner of stuff that I know about. Have got some of this stuff that I really need to get rid of. I've only got, well, let's put that one on. There we go. Sump. Oh, we have got a brand new sump. So let's put that. So right, this is the case in point. We got 6 studs. So I would do that corner, then I go from that corner to that corner, and then I go from there to there. Do you get it? Do you get it? It's just the way that I was taught to do stuff. And then, as I say, this is exactly the same case in point. That top, bottom, middle. There you go. Have I got any performance flywheel? I've only got 2 left, guys. I very much did. No, I haven't got one of those, so I'm going to have to get a performance clutch. One performance clutch. I'm not quite sure whether I've got one of those bearings. Might have to get one of those as well, guys. So this is exactly the same, side to side, top to bottom, and then the ones in between. There we go. Right, let's get onto the top. Now, I am actually going to do the water pump, and we're going to go and do a bit of colorizing, guys. I'm not going to do the water pump, so it's only going to be it's only going to be the rocker, the cover for the oil cover with the actual cover for the where you fill the oil up. So let's do. Oh, I need one of those. Right, add that. Go in here. Go back to the main menu. Go to the shopping list, and Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. I mean, like, that plate behind there, I could have coloured that plate if I wanted to. So let's do these. And then we'll go over and we'll colour the top. I mean, we could colour this and make it look like a bloody coloured swap shop. We could. We're not going to, though. So I always, with those, I work from the outside in. So let's put the high performance manifold on. Now on my one, I had a manifold cover. Basically, the cover was to cover the heat for when you take the spark plugs off. Because if you know anything about the, oh, we need those. If you know anything about spark plugs and you get a thing in down there and you burn your fingers, guys, you are, wow, it's, yeah, so we need 6. Some of these cars have heater plugs, depending on whether it's, they need heater plugs for turbocharger and stuff like that. So the heater plugs will be underneath here, but this one hasn't got it. So we need 6 high performance sparky plugs. So we'll go in there and we will get 6 of the beggars. I'll get 6 for now, but normally I stock up. So let's go over here. Let's put that manifold on, and I'm gonna, as I say, I'm gonna put this together and get all this done, and then we're gonna go and do a bit of painting. And then the most tricky part to do is the valve guides, as I call it. They call it push rods. The most tricky part is the valve guides, but I will show you a technique that is absolutely second to none. So, turn myself around. Let's go out of this door here and then go into the paint shop. So, now, paint shop. We're not going to do a car. We are going to do that. Okay? So now we can scroll through all of this. Now, I could do that. I could colorize that. But I'm going to buy a brand new one of those. I am going to buy a brand new one. And then we could color it, couldn't we? Well, let's find it. Because that one is minging. It is. It's minging. Where the heck is it? There it is. I've added that to the list. Let's go and buy it. Intake scoop. Buy it. So, right, let's go back into the paint area. There. There's the old one. There's the new one. So select it, and here's where we can have a little play. Now, the car is kind of like a bluey, so we could do a nice red. We could actually do a chrome red. I think a nice chrome red will do. That is a nice chrome red. I'd like to be able to do a two-tone. I would. That's the original colour. That's the colour we've painted it. Go back in here. Let's find the rockers. Not the rockers, the oil covers. Wherever they are. Now, you can go in and do the calipers. The calipers are already on, but we can do them. Where the heck are they? Here we go. Can you see all what you can colour here? I mean, why would you want to colour that? Because that's going to be in the engine. So, go figure. Those are clamping down the, what's it? So, why would you want to do that? Just got to find them now. I have got so much stuff to trash, guys. Right, let me go. So I could do those as well. I could colour those, but I'm not going to. I could colour these, the clips. Where are the covers? They're probably right at the end. Oh, here we go, hang on. There's that one. So, what I might do with this one is, let me back out so you can see. We could do that colour, or we could do that. I quite like that colour. Now, it will save this colour that I've chosen. Okay. Because the car is a blue, I've done it in a lighter blue, and I've only done it in a gloss. Now we got to find that again. So it's the one with the cap on that we're looking for now. So there it is, look, it's already got the colour on it. So the one we're looking for is that one there. So it's already registered what we played, what we had last time, and I'm just going to do that. That's the only thing I'm going to colour for the car. Just to make it, because it's open. If we go back into the garage and have a look at the Roadster, yeah, it's open. Can you see the reason why I've chosen a blue and a red intake? Right, let's get this road on the show and let's get everything on this build. This recording might go over. I mean, I could have done that, but I'm not going to do that because I think keep it simple and not do too fancy smancy. Because we've got red, which is going to match what we're going to put on now. We've got red leads to the spark plugs. This is going to be a little bit tricky. And if anyone's pulled them clips off, and yet the way you've taken your bloody skin off, you know what I'm talking about. You absolutely know what I'm talking about. Right, let me scroll off. I'm not going to do too much on this because we've got to do the valve guides. And I'll quickly show you how I line up, because you can't see the wrench. Let's do the valve guides. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to put the valve guides on one at a time. So there the valve guides. It's guiding the valve to go up and down. Why they call it push valve guide rods, I freaking never know. Right, this is how I do it. So I line that up, I go like that, and then I do that. Line that up, do that, do that. Can you see I've got the dot right on the actual bolt where I'm going to do. So there you go. Boom. And if you can get a good rhythm. That is a good rhythm. Right, this is the one that we coloured. Nice little blue. There we go. And as it's put the last bolt on, it puts the filler cap on. So let's do the other side. And this time we'll work from the back of the engine, from where the actual flywheel is, over the back of here, and we'll work that way. Okay, now we're going to come in here. I'm going to line myself up. So on there, boom. On there, boom. And as I say, you can get a good little rhythm. It's not bad for a person who's only got one eye. There you go, guys. That is how I do it. Now, the last thing that we're going to do is the air filter. I've got to put the other belts on, I think. So that's going to go on, and that's the red one. Boom. Can you see how pretty that looks now? I like the way the blue offsets the red. Right, let's put these belts on, and then after we've done the belts, we've got to put the actual fan on, which goes on last. Now, I could have painted the fan, but come on, guys. Go faster stripes on the blades? No. No. So there you go. I can even paint these if I wanted to, but the paint would peel after it gets hot. So there you go. One engine built. Take the engine off. Let's put that in place. Let's put it in, and everything's 100%, and away we go. Put that back in place. Put that up. We will have a look at it once we've done the transmission. Now, did I buy? Yes, I did. I bought the high performance transmission. Let's put the drive shaft on, and I think you can even paint the drive shaft, guys, if you want. So there we go. Right, let's quickly look at everything to make sure that I have got everything that we should have on the vehicle. Now, normally I forget these plates that hold down this back bit here. What about that exhaust? Maybe that exhaust isn't. I would have thought it'd have exhaust on there. There's no exhaust coming off of there. Are you joking me? These are just pipes that are underneath there. I mean, there's no downspouts, so the smoke doesn't go down to the floor. That's just wrong. That is wrong, guys. Right. I thought that there would be electrics, but I don't see any electrics. Where are the electrics then? We've normally got a fuse box. Where's the fuse box? How is this going to go if it hasn't got a fuse box? I don't know. Maybe it's in the trunk. Maybe. I don't see it though. If anyone can see it, I don't know where it is. Let's have a look. It's not in there. Well, can you see how that looks, guys? Let me put that down. That is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? So the red offsets the blue. I've still kept the blue. I'd like to color match that maybe, but I think that and that is brilliant. Right, I think we're done, guys. We're going to go and take some pictures because we like doing pictures. So, we've got the K5, which is for Cameron. I think his name's spelled with a K, or it might be a C. I don't know. So there you go, guys. One car done. We only got 98% and 92%. Sure, what are we missing then? I think there's a fuse box. Yeah, look, we got the rear drive has not been done. Fuse box, well, I can't find the fuse box. Where's the fuse box then? That is what we were looking for, the fuse box, weren't we, guys? Oh, hang on, found it. Found it. Let's do it before we end. I don't like leaving stuff, especially with the motto of our garage, you bend it, we mend it. We make gleaming machines. Let's see whether we can repair those. We could do the top and cover, but I think the box, sorry, the fuses we're going to have to buy. Well, we can do that. We can just add it to the list. Right, here we go. So, I'm going to use the X key. One of those, 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 and one of those. Let's go to the electrical place. Let's go to the list. So we want 3 of those. We want 1 of those relays. We want that fuse. We want fuse C, which is a nice blue one. And we want that one there. Oh, we missed that one. We missed one. And then we're going to wrap it up, guys. And then we're going to see how we're going to see how much money we made. There we go. As far as I can tell, that is it. Core spark plug. Oh, I know what it is. We didn't do the drive. We didn't do that across the back. That's fine. Well, there you go, guys. There we go. Can we get you bend it, we mend it in? Let's see where we can get you bend it, we mend it in, and I'll do a watchamadoodle on that. So there you go. Screenshot. Bear with, I'm looking down at the camera, so I've got to push the function key and F12. There we go. Boom. So, how much are we going to make on this baby? Right, okay. we bought it. We've made a clear profit on it. We bought it for 40. We spent high performance credits of 8,990. So all of that's been taken in consideration. We've made a clear profit of 40,869 credits. We can sell it. I've already got one on the lot. We can sell it for 81,221. Are we going to sell it? You're damn right we are. So there we go. Actually, do you know what? Before I sell it, let me take another screenshot because I'll show Cameron what he helped me to make. Did I take a screenshot? There we go, it did it. It did it lackadaisy. Yeah, there you go, guys. Boom! There we go, guys. So I have actually got a nice Roadster over here. Look at this bad boy. That is my Roadster. It's very similar to the one that we've done, but this one's got a bonnet, a hood on, it's got all stuff, and it's tickety-boo. Look at that inside. Let me show you inside, guys. Let me get in the driving seat. Look at that. Look at the gear shift. The gear shift is a skull, and yeah, look at that. That is absolutely brilliant. Boom, let me shut the door. So I have got cameras. So I have got security, CCTV cameras there and over there checking my lot. Mind you, we don't get any much people in for fuel. But there you go. Anyway, that's it, guys. That is it. So that is the Cameron build for the Roadster, part 2 of 2. So there you go, guys. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Stay safe, everybody.